Hey artists, it's Mrs. Alseri here. Hope everyone is doing well. Happy Monday. In this video, we are going to make a creature using just our name. So I had a request last week to do some kind of monster or alien art project. So what I thought we could do is use our name, and if you cut it out while it's folded on a piece of paper, when you open it up, you'll have this sort of shape that looks like any kind of creature, and then you can add eyes and details to it. So I'm going to walk you guys through it today. Your supplies are going to be blank piece of paper. If you have a big piece, it would be fun for this. If you have scissors, they would be very helpful, but you don't have to have scissors, and a pencil and some markers, crayons, or colored pencils for coloring. So the first step for doing this is just to take your piece of paper, folding it tall, and just fold it in half, long ways. So it's not like a folder, it's more of a hot dog fold. So that's the first step. And the next step is to hold it like an upside down tent in front of you. So when I say tent, like this, you want to actually flip it over. So the open side is on the top and you're holding it long. And then you just write your name as big as you can right on that folded part. So again, the open side's facing up. This is important because when we cut our names out, you want it to be the same exact size and shape on both sides. All right, the next step is, before I cut it out, I'm going to take my pencil and I'm just going to make a shape around the letters of my name, just around the tops and in between. This is going to help me figure out where to cut. So it's just a really simple line, and then I'm gonna kind of make it go down at the end, all the way down to the bottom. You don't have to do it this way. You can try to cut around your letters, but then you risk cutting these off. So what I'm gonna do next is, with my scissors, start at that line that I just drew, and I'm keeping my paper folded. And I'm very carefully cutting around the line that I just made. And if you accidentally cut on the fold, just make another one. That only took us a couple of minutes, so if you have a couple extra pieces of paper laying by, use them. That's how you get the practice in. When you get to that end, try your best to kind of follow the line. If you ran out of space, you can go right to the very edge of the paper. Okay, so when I open this up, I should have something like this. What I'm really looking for is this shape. So what's kind of fun about it is, without even realizing, I made it the exact same size on both sides of my paper. I could even flip it, kind of figure out what looks the most creature-y to you. I kind of like these curvy shapes because it looks like a head, and then these big blocky shapes might be my legs and feet, but it's up to you. Since this is the same on both sides, it might look best if you do, like, whatever you do on this side, you draw the same over here so that it's kind of balanced and looks symmetrical. That is one recommendation I have. And if you're stuck and you don't really know where to begin, you can start at the top and think about the head, and then think about how the head might go into the neck, into some arms, and to the body, and into the legs. But maybe your creature has two heads. Maybe its heads are down here and its arms are up here. So this is where you get to really be creative. So I have this sort of like build your own creature handout that I made. I was just thinking about different parts of like monsters and mythological creatures and even animals. Thinking about first like what kind of eyes I might want to put on my monster. Maybe some tentacles or hooves or claws. Maybe I want to add some wings or a mermaid or a fish tail. So even though we're kind of restricted to just this space and we can't really go beyond since we cut out, I think that you can kind of use this to guide you and decide like, okay, start with the eyes. How many eyes do I want? Where do I want to put them? So I'm gonna try to do like a bunch of eyes. I'm gonna start with one big one in the middle. And you're just gonna kind of take it one step at a time. You can always come back and add more. So maybe I'll start with some eyes. And then I know that like the mouth is probably next. So you can make a big mouth, a small mouth. I think I'm just gonna do like maybe a big open mouth. I don't want to make it too scary, so I'm not gonna add teeth yet, but like you could even add a tongue if you want. Gonna make it like coming out. This is definitely a little bit different than the type of art we've been making this summer, right? It's a little more, what's the word? We're not making art to make it beautiful today. We're just expressing ourselves. What else? So then like I know that if this is the head, I can come down and some arms. These could be horns coming out, so you could also like kind of look at your drawing and like see shapes that already look like other things. Oh yeah, see, like that already looks like a horn. And like you can come back and add details. Now these kind of look like stubby little arms, so if I were to do like tentacles, I could maybe make them come around in this shape. I think I want claws though. So I'm just gonna make some claws come out from here. And if the handout doesn't help you, you don't have to use it. It just kind of helps give me a guide. And I know I went really crazy on the texture and details, so you can simplify it. Just draw what you know. If you know how to draw a bird arm, draw a bird arm. If you know how to draw a fishtail, and it works with your art, draw a fishtail. So to draw a claw, I make a rectangle and then just make these like 3 or 4 sausage shapes come out. And then I want some pointy claws. And things that will help add some details, maybe some curved segmented lines. But you can come back and add that later. And if you prefer to color than draw, then maybe a lot of this you can do in marker or crayon and then just color it in. I am a drawer for sure, so I might go a little crazy with this. So now I can move on and I can come back in here if I want, but this is more of like the body, so I can draw the body or I can make him really wide. So I think maybe I'll kind of start connecting some things. Just kind of make like a head in there, make a body, and then I can use the rest of this space for like more arms or whatever I want, just because I feel like he's a little too wide, but maybe yours is that wide. Okay, how about, you could even go with some wings in here. feel like wings should go up here. What do you guys think should go down here? Some legs. I have these hooves. Maybe he has some hooves. Definitely looking mythological. So to draw hooves, it kind of doesn't exactly go with my cuts. So maybe one goes over here, one goes down here. Maybe it's kind of dancing. What if he's like got both legs going this way? And that way I can fit a tail in there. I think I'm gonna do, what kind of tail should we add? How about a fishtail? So to do a fishtail, it's like, looks like a, I don't know, like a puppy tail, but then I'm gonna add a letter V and a little mustache on top. And then you can like go back and add scales. This is where the details get really fun and really make your creature unique. Okay, so other things that maybe aren't on my handout, I have some areas down here. We could make more legs maybe, or like multiple feet coming out. I think I'm gonna do a couple more legs. So for legs and arms, it's always just like a rectangle or an oval, just like when you're drawing animals. Maybe I'll do little claws. And I have to tell you guys, it took a lot out of me for a long time to be able to draw these kind of not beautiful things. I used to just like really hate it because I only wanted my art to be pretty. But making something like this really teaches you a lot about your creative side. Don't be afraid to make things that aren't always something you'd hang up on the fridge. But I think he's pretty fun. So now I think he needs maybe some hair. I don't know, some fur, some scales. You can make fur with little lines. So think about the texture of their body. You could add a pattern, like some polka dots. A lot of creatures have spots on them. Mine looks like a Where the Wild Things Are combined with something that jumped out of the water. So think about where they live. Are they in a cave? Do they fly? Are they underwater? I have some more space in here so I can do some other things, but that's what I have so far, guys. I hope you have fun with this, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Thanks, everyone. Bye.